Hey, Techno Studs. And when I say studs, I mean both students, and you are awesome. Thanks for joining me in these videos. So obviously the CIA triad, one of the core pieces is confidentiality. It's going to be very critical to cybersecurity. This module is all about confidentiality. So obviously, confidentiality, integrity, and availability are all core topics to cybersecurity. But depending on what businesses that we're working with, what organizations we're working with, what clients we have, what industry we're in, what kind of information we deal with, the focus on confidentiality, integrity, and availability could vary a little bit. That is, some businesses might put confidentiality as number one versus other businesses integrity versus other businesses availability. And so that's going to vary widely depending on what industry you're in and what you're working with. However, what I've noticed is that availability is the easy one to put at the top. And that's because that when things go awry, you hear about it and it can cause damage to reputation. And so we really put a lot of focus on availability. But more and more is being focused on confidentiality. And as I've matured in my career, I've realized that this really does take the forefront of a lot of businesses, even if it doesn't seem like it at first glance. And the reason why I say that is because availability is something that I've encountered quite a bit in my career. There are often times when things go down and there's some sort of incident. And this is a timeline right here. So let's say there's an incident where there's availability or no availability at a certain point in time. And then what happens is you fix the issue and then things recover. There's a little bit of reputation loss, but you gain that back with time. Now, the problem with a confidentiality breach is that the issue could be even a fraction of this. But if information was stolen during that time, there is so much follow-up that you have to do to try to recover that, to notify customers in order to clean up this process, clean up what has happened, that the damage happens for a lot longer. In fact, you could actually say it's indefinitely, because once that information is out there, there's no way to fully know if you retracted all that information, if you're able to get all of that information back. And so the impact of confidentiality is huge. So in this model, we're going to be talking about confidentiality and how to maintain confidentiality. We'll talk about data lifecycle, we'll talk about data encryption, Steganography, data masking, obfuscation, all the things that we're going to do to keep our data confidential.